else, Texas or Washington or North Carolina, in order to get a job. And it's creating anxiety and anger across the state that's got to be stopped. We've got to take back the government in order to save it for our children.
You got to move because of the taxes alone.
Yeah, taxes,
but
also the rules.
I may be moving soon just for that.
Yep.
We all want to move.
No, I don't want to move.
You can't sell your house, right? We all want to leave the state. We all want to leave the state. That's how bad it is.
Yeah, what can you do to help me sell my house so I can get out of it? David, do you agree that children born of U.S. illegals should not automatically become U.S. citizens?
Well, guys, so the 14th Amendment of the Constitution addresses this issue, and it's a very difficult issue to know what the founders' intent was. I'm a constructionist. I want to go back and read what they intended. I think there's legitimate question about how that's to be done. And so the right way, I think, to address that issue is through lawyers and through examination of the Constitution, maybe lawsuits that would raise the issue. But what we can't do, I think, is have individual counties try to enforce some different reading of the Constitution. We need, I think, a full examination of this huge problem of illegal immigrants, and it's got to be done by Washington, and Obama is not doing it. He's playing politics with Arizona every day, and we know why. It's because he wants votes. He wants to create votes. And that's the wrong way to be doing it. They're not enforcing the laws. They're not funding the border protection, and that's got to be stopped. As a senator, I can have a big impact on that part of the problem right away.
I don't think the framers of the Constitution anticipated this illegal immigration.
They didn't write that in there. They didn't write that in there. It came on later on to protect the Indians and the slaves later on. That's why it was there. It came later on. Wasn't on original.
Follow up on that question?
I'll allow a follow-up question.
The problem with it is not so much the 14th Amendment, it's the anchor baby concept. There's no law that says you can't send a parent's home and let the child go with them. But the problem is that the anchor baby now allows the parents to stay. And that's not in the Constitution.
Right.
And that's an Obama rule. I mean, that wasn't the rule before. I never did immigration.
No, it was the rule before.
It was? That the baby could anchor? I never had that.
Not the diplomat.
I hear you. I mean, I think there are legitimate issues, and they're very important for people to get resolved because, well, for obvious reasons. This is weighing on the system, the social safety net. It's unfair to the people that are going through the legitimate visa process in their own countries in order to get in. And so we've got to straighten this out and work quickly, and Obama is dragging his feet on all of these issues.
Yeah, I have a question for you, too. You said it took 30 to 50 years for them to get here. We have to study it. We have to look at it. We have to secure the border. And you want to send the illegals who break the law back home. They're here. It's illegal. They're breaking the law to be here. Right. Exactly.
I think if you're illegal, if you're here and you're illegal, you have to go home, and we'll give you, the one change that I would suggest is that if we deport, by the way, you're not allowed to come back in, okay, if you get deported. But we should have some relief for those good people, okay, that we do deport and send back and have them come back in on a visa and then earn their way into the system.
Cheryl, do you have index cards back there?
Yeah.
Because we're talking about breaking laws, and the laws right now are that if you have a question, write it on the card, please. And then, anybody need an index card? I'll be happy to answer questions, ask questions. Okay? It gets out of hand. We got too many people in the room, so please respect the way that we want to run the program. If you have a question, write it on a card or a piece of paper. This is a vetting session, not a debate. Okay? As far Another hard question. Recently, the newspaper, you stated that you changed your mind with dropping the taxpayer line if you did not get on the Republican nomination.
I had a bad hair day.
In which way?
I was caught off guard by that question, and I made a mistake in answering it that way.
Can't hear.
I was caught off guard, and I made a mistake in answering it. Yes, I will pursue, until I will pursue the governorship if I should lose the primary, the Republican primary. However, I've never even thought of losing the primary. So it doesn't exist in my mind, okay? That's why when I answered the question, I was answering it more from the perspective of a discussion that I had about not being a spoiler. Okay, I had that discussion with Mr. Lazio at one point. But the issue here is very clear. We're running on this taxpayer's line, and we're running to win. I don't anticipate losing the primary, and I certainly don't anticipate losing the election. I'm not here to make a statement. I'm here to win.
These are blank. Anybody have a question? Sure. I did mention earlier that related to the taxpayer line, Cheryl and I did a talk last night down in Rockland County, and it is on our website, in which we talked extensively about the taxpayer line and the Conservative Party. And one of the things that we brought up is that Rick Lazio, the other opponent in the Republican primary, has stated without question that he will continue as the Conservative candidate regardless of whether he wins the primary. And the question we posed to that group was, what's the difference? Okay? All right, so move on.
The question bears on Mike Long. Mike Long made his choice. He chose to go outside of his conservative values and to do something very unusual with the Conservative Party this year in backing Rick Lazio. And he's a little bit concerned right now about getting his 50,000 votes because he needs to keep his line on the ballot. And the taxpayer line is a threat to him. That's where most of this discussion.
David, please tell us about your attack ad on Kirsten Gillibrand to give back Ringgold the money given to Ringgold.
As I said in my opening remarks, she took office saying she was going to support ethics, and Nancy Pelosi has said she's going to drain the swamp. But we have this problem of 10 years, really, of ethical violations, and they've been studying it now for 2 years, and they've come up with all these counts against Charlie Rangel. And meanwhile, Kirsten Gillibrand has taken $29,000 from Rangel. Now, where did you get all that money? Of course, shaking down the companies, the lobbyists, all the Washington system that funds all these guys. So he's given $29,000 to her, and all I've said is I want her to give that to charity. It's tainted money, give it to charity. She won't do it. So we came out earlier this week with a YouTube ad just making fun of her, or making clear that she should be rethinking her position on Rangel. One final point, he's got a big fundraiser birthday party next week. So these career politicians, they get in Washington, they make their birthday parties into a fundraising expedition. So I called on her this week to not go to the birthday party. Stop doing this. He's under ethical.
Your birthday party?
I pay people to come to my birthday party. I don't expect them to pay me, right? No, I mean, so he's having a huge party at the Waldorf. she shouldn't go, he's under examination, and she should, hold herself to a higher ethical standard. That goes to a whole pattern. She's got, political consultants on her that she's been using that were in the pay-to-play scandal for the pension fund in Albany. It's this whole culture in Albany of corruption that's been going on for a lot of years. We've got to stop